Welcome to the journey of life. Please subscribe and like to support the channel. These 3 interview questions will ruin you. Unless you do this. Hey there. So, you've prepared for your big interview. You've rehearsed your answers to the most common questions like, tell me about yourself and what's your greatest strength. You feel confident, ready to walk in there and impress the hiring manager. But what if I told you there are questions that most candidates aren't ready for, questions designed to throw you off and reveal how you truly think and respond under pressure? Yep, the kind of questions that make you go, wait, what did they just ask me? Interviews have evolved. Employers aren't just looking at your skills and experience anymore. They're trying to dig deeper. They want to know how you think, how you react, and how you'll fit into their culture. And that's why today, we're going to talk about 3 interview questions you're probably not prepared for, but don't worry, by the end of this video, you will be. And you'll be ready to ace them like a pro. Let's jump right into it. Imagine you're sitting in the interview room or perhaps on a Zoom call, feeling good about your preparation. Things are going smoothly, and then the interviewer hits you with, if you were an animal, what animal would you be and why? Now, your brain might freeze for a moment. What does that even have to do with the job, right? But this is a classic personality test question. The interviewer wants to know how you see yourself and how you'd fit into the team. The trick here is to connect your answer to traits that are relevant to the role you're applying for. For example, if you say you'd be an eagle, it's because you have sharp focus, you're a high achiever, and you love having a clear vision of your goals. Or maybe you'd be a dolphin because you're intelligent, adaptable, and work well in teams. The key is to tie your response back to qualities that would make you a strong fit for the position. But here's the thing, it's not just about picking the right animal. It's about how you explain your choice. Employers are looking for clarity, confidence, and creativity. So, take a moment to think before you answer. And if you feel caught off guard, it's perfectly fine to say, that's an interesting question. Let me think about it for a moment. Then, take a deep breath and respond with intention. All right, now that you've nailed the animal question, let's move on to something even trickier. You're doing well, answering all the questions about your skills, your experience, your strengths. And then, suddenly, the interviewer asks, tell me about a time you failed. Oh boy. That's a tough one. No one likes to talk about failure. But here's the secret, employers aren't interested in your failures because they want to see you squirm. They want to see how you handle setbacks. They want to know if you're the kind of person who learns from mistakes, who bounces back stronger, who turns failure into a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. When you answer this question, start by being honest. Pick a real situation where things didn't go as planned. But don't just stop there. Talk about what you learned from the experience, how you applied that lesson moving forward, and how it made you a better professional. For example, maybe you were leading a project that didn't meet the deadline. Rather than blaming the team or the circumstances, you could say, I underestimated the amount of time it would take to gather certain resources. But I learned from that experience to always plan for potential delays and to communicate more effectively with my team. Since then, I've successfully completed several projects on time by incorporating those lessons. Notice how the focus is on growth and improvement? That's what the interviewer is looking for. They want to see resilience, self-awareness, and your willingness to adapt. And hey, being able to laugh at your own mistakes a little doesn't hurt either. It shows you're human. And who doesn't love a little humility, right? But we're not done yet. We've covered some challenging questions, but there's still one more that tends to trip people up, especially when they're not expecting it. And that's what we're going to talk about next. All right, here's the final question you're likely not prepared for. You're nearing the end of the interview, feeling like you've aced all the tough questions so far. And then, they hit you with this, if you had unlimited resources, what project would you pursue and why? Now, this question is sneaky. It's not about the actual project itself, but more about your vision, ambition, and creativity. It's meant to see if you're someone who dreams big, who thinks beyond the immediate tasks and considers what could be done if limits didn't exist. The key here is to show that you have both passion and practicality. Sure, it's a hypothetical question, but your answer reveals a lot about what truly matters to you and how you approach problem solving. Think about something meaningful to you that's also relevant to the company's goals. For instance, if you're applying for a role at a tech company, you might say something like, "If I had unlimited resources, I'd work on developing accessible technology for underserved communities, making sure everyone has equal opportunities to benefit from digital advancements." Or, if it's a marketing position, you could say, "I'd love to create a global campaign that educates people on sustainability, combining creativity and strategy to influence positive change." What's most important is how you explain your choice. Talk about why it matters to you, how you'd approach making it happen, and what kind of impact you hope it would have. This shows you're not just a dreamer, but someone who can turn ambitious ideas into actionable plans. And there you have it, 3 tough interview questions that most candidates aren't ready for. But now, you know exactly how to tackle them. You know how to turn these challenges into opportunities to showcase your best self. Just remember, interviews aren't just about proving you're qualified. They're about proving you're the right fit. And the way you answer these unexpected questions can make all the difference. If you found this helpful, drop a comment below and share the toughest interview question you've ever faced. And if you're feeling generous, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more tips and advice to help you land your dream job. Thanks for watching, and remember, every interview is a chance to show who you truly are. You've got this. If you find it useful, please subscribe and like to support the channel.